What's up, what's up, what's up, my fellow creators? Welcome, guys, and thank you for joining me for another moment in Becky's House of Cards. Please like this video, share this video, subscribe to my channel down below. Set that notification bell so you always know the next video does go live. And with that being said, today we are going down the rabbit hole with a collective message. This is just going to be a message from source because that's what I do. Messages from source. What's going on, what source wants you to know, the direction that you should take, or again, as always, guys, and this is just advice, I just want you guys to know my prayer for any of my videos is that you guys truly open up your hearts and allow these messages in, but always know that above anything, you guys use your intuition and your discernment to make the decisions for your best journey, okay? And I thank you to everybody. So we'll get into it, guys. I do want to thank you to all my OGs, my new Gs, and anybody that allows me your most precious asset, your time. It is truly an honor, a blessing, and a pleasure being here. So guys, just know that liking the channel, subscribing to the channel, and sharing these videos is a free way to support the channel, as well as connect me with your energy to get you guys out more resonating readings. And also, if you guys want to go a little bit further or are interested in a personal reading, that is all linked down in the description box below. Cool. So let's get into it. Let's see what's going on, y'all. So source, what messages do you have for the collective? I did not have any channeled messages for you guys, for at least for this video. So who knows? There might be some in the future. We'll see what's coming out. So all of a sudden I heard that. I'm coming out, so you better get this party started. Get this party started on a Saturday night. That's like what is in my head right now. That just came in so fast. So maybe you guys are celebrating something. So here I go saying I don't have a channeled message. And Source is like, oh, you need a channeled message? I gotcha. Yeah, so maybe you guys are celebrating something. You've completed a cycle. You've overcome something. Maybe your ancestors or your spirit guides are celebrating because you've passed something. You've gotten beyond something that's kept you captive for a little while, for a long time. So definitely what it feels like. It also feels like y'all about to just roll out. You know, like when somebody opens the door and they just burst in and they're like, hey guys, I'm here. Like that's what I'm getting right now. Kind of like when Jim Carrey takes off his clothes in Bruce Almighty. You know how he like rips his clothes off, but that stance that he makes, that's the kind of stance that's coming in right now. Just like super excited, like everything's happy. It's like you're realizing something was holding you back, and I feel like you're realizing that it was a mindset that you had that was holding you back. So source, what messages do you have for the collective? What messages do you have for the collective? Okay, thank you, source. All right, let's see what comes out, guys. So what messages do you have for the collective, source? How can we help them out? Thank you. I feel like I need to get another one. Actually, I'm going to get two more, and then we're going to see what's up from there. Okay. Wow. Thank you. Source is like, I got you. Thank you, Source. Said two more. Source is like, here you go, boo. I love you. Oh, yeah. I have more room today. I forgot. So I've got a new angle on my camera, which I'm so grateful about. Because I was really, like, capsized here. So, all right. We've got the Hangman reverse. We've got the Wheel of Fortune. And we've got the 8 of Wands. Yeah, so interesting. What did I say? Like you guys overcame some kind of mindset. And now you guys are partying. It's like I said, you realizing that you're happy. Gosh, I love when source does stuff like that. Like giving me a message and then is like, here, let me just clarify exactly what you're saying. Don't worry, guys. We'll get more cards and stuff. But source is just saying that, like, first of all, you were stuck in a position where you couldn't see things clearly. You didn't know really what was going on. You weren't listening to your intuition. It may have felt like your intuition, but I feel like this is a deep-rooted, egoic, emotional response to a certain situation that was going on in your life. Kind of like a cyclic... Wow, I can talk. This was a cyclical situation. And you were thinking that it was at the end. Like, that's why I feel like there's something very final about this. It was kind of like this. You're like, finally, I made it to the end. And source is kind of like, you didn't say the magic word. Okay. Sorry, I don't know where that came from. But anyways, you guys really were thinking it was over with. And source is saying, like, this is like drawing out. that last little bit of emotional ego from you, like, hold on, I got you. Let me get in there and pull that shit out. And you had to deal with this. And so it actually affected you in a way. I feel like there's a lot of triggers that came through here. A lot of upset, a lot of jealousy, a lot of emotions. Okay, and your emotions could have been anything, guys. It doesn't have to be just those, or it could have only been one of those. So, you know, take it as it resonates. But it was almost like an overwhelming amount of emotions, and it was like taking you over, keeping you captive, keeping your perspective in an old habit, an old paradigm. And it was like, finally, you saw something, like something was revealed to you. And in that moment, it was like you changed. You're like, okay. Because this is like you seeing exactly that. Like, so it could be the journey that you're on right now. You're seeing things not from a clear view. And something's going to change that so that you see clearly. Or you guys have seen clearly. And you're changing your fortune. But see, it's like you really thought that your fortune was solely based on bad luck. For a while, it felt like there was a lot of bad luck going on. There's a lot of bad mishaps, like a whole bunch of different bad events would come at one right after the other. It seems like no relief. And what Source is saying, like, that's what it was. It had to do with you wanting to control the situation, right? And wanting to take back control of yourself is where it needed to be at. But you were in this place of trying to take control of the situation. And it was like in that control, you realized that things weren't working for you. And then that was the other thing too. You had put a, what is it, Source? I see what you're saying. Hold on. Give me a second here, guys. This was like putting a damper on your own experience. Putting yourself in a box, like, again, coming back to that, putting yourself in a box, right? But not only that, it's like you were placing too many rules and regulations on how things had to be. This could be with your work, it could be with somebody. I am getting the sense that this is something that it's like your endeavor, like you're venturing on. And you just kind of felt like, I hear round robin. That's what I heard. Round robin. And finally, what happened, like, it's like that's what was turning your wheel. And it was like suddenly you see things from a different space, a different perspective. So I feel like you guys were in a fight against time, not realizing that time is linear. That's why I feel like I can't talk straight on this reading, because I feel like I'm trying to talk faster than I am. And it's like almost not, it's not what I was going for. Yeah, you guys spiritually grew because of this. Yeah, and okay, so somebody broke your heart and it made you see things clearly. Like, I'm sorry, I'm not laughing because I was just like, damn, like, Source is really coming out. Like, there's a lack of give and take here. Like I said, it felt so final, like you got to the end game, the end situation, and Source is like, no, hold on, before you jump in feet first, you're about to learn something that's going to go with you for the rest of your life. And that's what they wanted you to do. I think you were afraid that this was just another. So it's almost like you're in this energy of, oh, this is just how my life is. And Source is saying, like, no, this is you clearing out those blockages once and for all. So it's like, if it is a relationship, right, you could have been in an abusive relationship and you might not have realized that the person that you were interested in was another abuser. It doesn't have to be physical. It could be any kind of abuse, right? And you didn't realize that. Could have been a liar, could have been a cheater, right? And you didn't realize that. But then suddenly it was kind of like, Source is like, hold up, like, you've connected with me, let me show you the truth now. Let me show you the reality. And so Source gave you a download, and in that download you realize, wow, like, I'm the only one that's blocking me from my success here, and I'm really thinking that this is my end game. And what Source is saying is once you overcome this block, right, and you let it go, you realize that you are the one that chooses your victory. right? And this was a karmic cycle for you. Very karmic by nature, guys. This is super karmic. And Source is saying that there's this now moment where you guys get to really see what it is that you want in your own life. A lot of mystery cards coming out for you guys here with, you know, with just a short spread. Yeah, this is something that you've repressed for a long time. But that was why it felt so final, because judgment is coming. Yeah, so something big is happening. Right, you're about to go on a new adventure. You're about to, like, I feel like this is the change that you'd been waiting for, and it was kind of like you felt so much like this person was that change, or this situation was that change. Again, I am getting for some of you guys this is a project, or maybe it was because you got brokenhearted that it made you realize that what you were working on was what you needed to focus your energy on. And then in focusing your energy on that, you realized that you were putting too many regulations on the situation at hand. It's like I keep feeling like a fight for time, but I do feel a pull for somebody else. Like this is like another energy outside of you. But Source is saying because of this change in perspective, because you chose to change, right? So you have 5 clarifying, 5 of coins in the reverse, clarifying the Hangman in reverse. Okay. And it's like showing that you choose to change. It's a slow process though, right? It's just a slow process. It's been a slow process. Of course it is. As you're healing wounds, there's not really any supersonic speed that we can run at. It's a slow process, and it's different for everybody, right? But as you change, you begin to balance things out. And it's in balancing that energy out that you guys realize that your fortune is in your hands. Look at that. We've got the 8 of Wands on the bottom. This caused you a lot of anxiety and fear. This is in the reverse, guys. This one's in the reverse. Yeah, it caused you a lot of fear and anxiety, but look, it's like you're making the best of it. Like you realize that I have to overcome this. I have to get through this. I have to really buckle down for myself because it's not fair. Yeah, I want a new beginning. I want this new beginning. How do you find that? You make progress, right? You go from the 8 to the 9 to the Fool. It's like, you're like, cool, I'm just going to get on out of here. I'm going to get through it. The Source says, don't lose hope. Why do you feel guilty about this? What else, Source, for the collective? Why do you feel guilty? That's a question you need to ask yourself. It wants to come out this way. Yep. Another 8 coming out. Yeah, so this is you guys getting everything all at once. But it took you guys growing. It's like the face of manifestation. And clearing out those old paradigms of believing in it, but not truly believing in it in the core, right? Like, it was like you believe in it because obviously if you didn't believe in it, you wouldn't have come this far. You wouldn't have come 1313 on the clock. Wow. You wouldn't have come this far. You would have let it go a long time. Like, it's like, I'm done. I can't. I'm not manifesting. So you obviously have faith. And it's like, of course, every time you think this is a time, and then it's not. And that kind of beats you down a little bit. And Source is saying, like, that's the point, because that's testing your broken heart, your disappointment, all these things, the expectations that get broken. That's building up your faith, because it's like eventually you're only going to have one place to turn, and that's home, right? To Source, to God, whatever name you give it, the Creator. It's turning home, praying, spending time in solitude and silence, listening, getting answers, getting clarification. See, and it's like, isn't it interesting? Because in this, it's like you've let go and you've cut yourself off from the situation completely. That's why you begin to have good fortune. Yeah. Because for a long time, look at this. For a long time, you lived your life fighting, battling. It's like going to war every day. Like, every day I got to wake up and fight for my right to feel good, and fight for my peace, and fight for this. And now you're choosing to let that go. Like, you're cutting it out from your life. It's like, I no longer need to meet and deal with people who make my life stressful. And also, too, like, it's not just them. Like, people can't make you feel any one way, shape, or form. I think that's important to mention here. It's like, they can't make you feel any one way, shape, or form. But you can choose to allow another person's actions to affect you. And that's what you gave up here. Yeah. Because before you wanted their approval. It's like you needed their approval. It's interesting that abuse would come up because I'm getting that again. I'm getting that again here. You had no hope in the situation, no stability, it was like afraid to feel how you felt, because when you would, it was like it just caused a problem. So an abuse is any kind of things, guys, but this is like the collective I'm talking to now has dealt with some kind of abuse, neglect, abandonment, right? Like, it could be sexual abuse. It could be. That's not the kind of abuse that I'm getting here. Beautiful. And we have 10 again. So 10, 10, 10 coming out. This is not only a completion, this is helping you find your path of purpose, which is leadership. What are you going to lead people through? How to overcome the same situation that you yourself are overcoming. You're going to lead people to that. And it'll be unique to you. I mean, it could be out speaking and talking to people. Maybe you become an attorney, you know. Maybe you choose to be an advocate. These are just some things that are coming through here. But whatever it is, you offer a unique voice to it. And it's important for you to speak on it. It's important for you to fulfill that part of yourself, because that's where your emotional fulfillment comes from. You have everything, and then you get to show others how to get everything. But it first starts with you getting everything. Being sound in your own energy. Yep, and you're on the path to a positive outcome. You're about to blow this out. Yeah. What did I say? You let go of something that held you captive. You finally listened to your intuition. And now you're working on whatever it is. Whatever it is that you were working on. But you had to let go of this. This is a belief system that has been plaguing you. This is something that's been around for a while, and you thought it was the end. And Source is saying, yeah, it is the end, but you got to let it go. And that's the emotional ego didn't want to let it go. And finally you looked at yourself and you're like, okay, I can listen to you, Source. I can listen to what's going on, and I'm going to let this go, and I'm going to focus on me. That's where your 9 of Cups comes from. That's where your 10 of Cups comes from, is by focusing on you, not on everybody else. It's easy to focus on others, right? Of course it is. This is also about you releasing toxic patterns. Right? Not everything is toxic in life, but there are a lot of times when we've been in so much toxicity that's all we know, and we believe release. We all believe that we're worth that, and we're worth so much more. And Source wants you to let go of toxic habits. Like, they're bringing the autumn equinox out here, saying it's time for you to let go of these toxic traits, the toxic beliefs within you that really think that you have to listen to that. And I believe Wolf is behind here. No, but I do see it right there. Yeah, so you guys are coming into a phase of being really intelligently listening to your inner voice. That's what I'm hearing here. Let's see. Nurturing yourself. What did I say? Your success, your abundance, your happiness, your fulfillment comes from loving yourself, focusing on yourself, right? That's exactly what this Queen of Wands was telling us over here, or this Queen of Coins. And it's interesting because, look, we've got the King of Coins on the other side of getting over romantic frustration. On the other side of letting go of a bad relationship, something that's come to a standstill. That's what's been standing in both of your guys' way, is a relationship that's just not working. So it's like this is you two. You don't realize that you're going towards each other, but you are. But it all comes from you focusing on yourself and your projects right now. Like truly focusing on you. What makes you happy? Boo, you better be taking yourself out. Like, I'm telling you. I know it's not easy. It's not easy, but it's worth it, okay? So loving on yourself is so important right now, because that's going to help you see things clearly. Yeah, and shape-shifting. What did I say? Take care of yourself. You know, this talks about getting a haircut, you know, changing your makeup, changing the way you do things, changing your hairstyle, like whatever, changing your clothes, doing things that make you feel good about yourself, right? Not forgetting who you are, but it's okay to change your appearance. That's kind of like, feels like changing our identity in a way, but it can just be enough to give us that boost of self-confidence that we need to move forward. Because I feel like this is just kind of like, again, I feel like that beatdown was getting to you. The source is saying that's what's building up your faith. You asked for faith. Well, this is a part of the process, y'all. It's not easy. It's not easy. Simple, sure. But that never was the promise that it was going to be easy. Yeah, because it's time for you to have equality. Of course, with the king and queen of coins coming out together. And that's not just any equality, guys. That's like the whole of everything. The whole physical manifestation in your world. Like love, happiness, joy, peace, abundance, prosperity, wealth, stability, equality. Number 14, 5 is change. Being purified is what I heard. This was purifying you for the next adventure. Has it been long and hard? Sure. Sure, but it's been worth it. No pun intended, guys. That sounded kind of dirty after I said it. What did I say? You got to work on creating for yourself. What do you want? We have 43 here. 7, luck. Creation, snake, shedding the old skin, embracing what your heart truly wants. And that's what's going to make you grow. Don't do it so that you can get together with your loved one. Don't do it for that. Do it for you. Because you know that you're worth taking care of you. It's like, I feel like at this point, you're kind of done with people. You're almost done with source. Like, you're almost like, look, source, like but something's going to change for you. And you're going to be able to connect with source on a much deeper level. And that's going to bring you some balance. Like 44 coming in. Get to know each other. We have the mermaid, king, and queen here. Learn to meet another's need for love. Somebody's coming in. Like someone is coming in, guys. This is crazy. That's a master number coming out. 8 again. You've cleared out the karmic cycle. Now it's all about abundance. Look at how much they love each other. Right? This is a beautiful energy, guys. Beautiful energy coming in. But you had to go through this situation first. You are limitless. You can do anything you choose to do. Unicorns represent purity. You have the swans here, which represent love. You have this peacock feathers right here, which represents prosperity. I mean, can we be more honest about it? And guys, I cannot make this up. 44 and 4. I can't with you all. Do you see that? Look at that, guys. Beautiful. Beautiful. Source coming in, swinging. Like, guys, this is a beautiful reading. There's so many things here. Let's get some messages from the ghetto deck, and we'll get some from the ghetto bag, and we'll leave it at that, guys. Just some last things here. Okay, stop. One must forgive in order to ever experience freedom. So source is saying, don't forget to forgive this person, because the situation was not about them being personal towards you, like vicious towards you. This was actually happening so that you could let go of something that's been generational, affected by children. So they could have had you in a third party situation, and then you saw that, and that's what made you realize you needed to work on yourself. It didn't have to be, but at the end of the day, source is saying that this person is having a hard time making a decision because there's other parties involved that are dependent on this person. Okay, stop. Don't put off until tomorrow what need be done today. Yeah, so source is saying, just focus on you. Stop saying, oh, I'll do that later. I'll do that later. I'll do that later. Like, focus on you. That's okay. Someone is harboring anger, jealousy, and hate. Yeah. There's a lot of hurt that's coming through with this connection. So it could be you. It could be this other person involved. But if it is you, collective, I'm just saying that's why one must forgive in order to ever experience freedom. Source is just saying that, like, if you guys really want the love of your life, which has been promised, right? And 444, that might mean something to you guys. Like, that's really crazy. One more. Okay. Didn't even give me one. No? Okay. Source saying that there's something beautiful on the horizon for you guys. What do we have? Ancient wisdom. Yeah, you guys are learning something. This is not New Age, okay? I laugh because everybody's like, oh, New Age. No, it's not New Age. It's all ancient wisdom. It's just coming back around. Just like we see with the 80s and the 90s and everything coming back around. That's exactly what happens with spirituality. It all cycles back around. Root chakra. Yeah, grounding yourself is very important, especially if this was a sexual partner that you're trying to get over, to release, to let go. This was just, again, you guys vibrated at the same level, and so it was a very deep chemistry when it came out. And so this is about you grounding yourself and being able to ground in forgiveness, right? And I love that the one must forgive in order to ever experience freedom is actually red, and the root chakra is associated with the color red. Okay. Says they will not be there for your journey. It's okay to let go. Guys, like, it's okay. It's all right. You've got something beautiful coming. Can you be patient enough? You've come this far. Can you be patient enough to allow that to come into you guys? Because you are deserving of the love that you desire. And it looks like whoever it is that's coming is going to adore the shit out of you, which you deserve. Okay? You guys are going to be the mer people, like the untouchables. Right? I love this. This was a beautiful reading. I hope that this helps. Please like this video, share this video, subscribe to my channel down below, set that notification bell so you always know when the next video does go live. And with that being said, until next time, go forth boldly, my fellow creators, and courageously find creative ways to rise above in life, laughter, and love until we meet each other again. Mwah. Peace out. I love y'all. Bye.